Hey guys, who's ready for another beefer?
Oh lordy, and the best part is that we're not even. Dun, dun,
So yeah, we're starting off with a little retro ramp up.
which means Donkey Kong, even though, because who the hell remembers Wrecking Crew?
I'm gonna wreck it. No, I'm kidding.
Nobody, as far as
Halfway
I'm concerned.
there.
But
Careful,
anyway,
careful.
so how do
Yeah.
you play it? How do you play through Donkey Kong without the ability to jump?
Well, Captain Toad's here to tell you how!
It's called ladders.
Oh.
Now listen up, boy!
I'm now imagining Toad is like in the army.
Honestly,
Oh, no.
honestly, with his kind of work, you think he would someday just take on that kind of persona and give everyone a hard time.
You didn't convince me! Now that's a war face!
That's what I was about to go with.
That's a war face!
Oh gosh, please, no more.
What in the hell is that? What
Ah! I don't know.
And
Oh my goodness.
ladies and gentlemen, that was a toad in Mouse's clothing.
A toad.
Shrill. Okay, wait. How are we gonna get? Oh, I see what we're
Oh,
gonna
I
do
see.
here.
Yeah.
Science.
Oh.
Physics prevail again!
I didn't think that would work.
Yeah, but yeah, to go back on an earlier joke,
This is how you do Donkey Kong without jumping! 2.5D!
Yay! Otherwise we die.
Doop.
Oh jeez. Oh jeez.
Oh.
Or as the bigwigs like to call it, a Z-axis!
Oh yeah, you're right. It is a Z-axis.
That is the Z-axis. We work with it all the time. Oh gosh. So what? I remember we were actually mentioning this game a couple times back in one of our arcade look-ats. More on that later. Also, touchscreen breaks this.
yeah.
What would you say? Well, who here has played the original Donkey Kong?
I have.
I have.
I've never beat it, but I've played it.
Really?
I don't think I have.
I mean, it really doesn't take that much to beat it. It's only 4 levels long.
Oh, I know. I just.
Yeah.
Oh shit! Oh
No.
Talk about adding
Poor
insult to
Toad.
injury.
Ow.
Nice.
Oh no,
Stop
you
being
fell.
cute.
Here's
I'll
the
be right
spike
back.
ball. Ugh.
Oh, you know what? Hey, you know what? Captain Toad has that much compared to Mario. He doesn't die after falling like 2 feet.
Thank goodness.
Yeah. Here we go.
Nice.
Alright, it's hammer time!
Oh, that's
We
right.
can't be
There
up the
was
spike,
no
though, 'cause
fall.
We can't climb.
Oh. Oh, that's right. You're right. There was no fall damage in Mario. That's why I kept dying all the time in 50 and 70 and 75 meter was because if you so much as walked off, because I would try to run and jump at the same time, but if you were so much as off
Doop.
by like a pixel, you'd fall down to your death immediately.
Sorry about that.
It was literally one of the
That's
first platformers ever, not counting Pitfall.
That's right.
And if you want to be very technical, Cubert, since you're jumping on platforms and that.
That's a
Oh,
very
that is
good point.
true.
So, one thing I will mention real quick is that back when the Nintendo Treehouse showcased this game during their little E3 or post E3 showcase, most of the levels they showed off were actually Chapter 3 levels. Even though this is literally a game that wasn't coming out for like another month by that time, or something along those lines. But it's just, I don't know, it's funny to look back on.
Well, I guess that in this case, I don't think it's too bad because technically the game's already made, so it's not like they had any. Aside from the Odyssey
yeah, it's
stuff,
just that
it's
you
not
would-
like they had any real secrets.
Well, yeah, I just figured like it's kind of funny to think back on because you'd think they would save all the really big Chapter 3 shenanigans for like when the game's actually out. It's just show us stuff that we've probably already seen like a million times.
Whoop.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
But yeah, this was one of the levels that they showcased, and it's a very small level, but there's quite a lot of depth to it. Observe.
Bro,
Wow. That is a lot of depth.
what is that? Oh,
Gold
there it
shrimp.
was.
All that for a gold shroom, which I forget if that's the extra challenge for this level, but
I wouldn't be surprised if it was.
it's funny because there are some levels that have the gold mushroom as the extra challenge, but others it's just there for the sake of getting extra coins.
Ooh.
Assuming you really are desperate for them.
If not,
I'm sorry.
Hey guys!
Blue Toad, what do you got for me?
And Yellow Toad's over there. It's like,
Do you mind that he was dead years ago?
Aw. Can
Hey,
you
Yellow
keep it
Toad,
down?
how's your sex life? What's your sex life?
Oh, that's so cute. The green guy reading a book.
Green guy's always reading.
I was about to say, hey, come on. It's October 1st. It had to happen
At the time
some
of
point.
recording, anyway.
Yeah.
Almost.
Well, it should still be October by the time this video's out, so anyway.
Well, it depends on
anyway,
when we're able to get to the finale for you-know-who.
Well, of course.
That's true.
I know, because I want to get that done, because that looks so cool.
Oh yeah, it's easily, well, I mean, granted, I wouldn't say it's like it's funny for me to say, like, I'm kind of spoiling ahead here, it's like, it is a great add-on, but I will agree with some people in that I wouldn't say it's like the most, it's not like the big, you should totally buy this version even if you already have the Wii U version sort of thing. I mean, it's cool, but it's only like 4 levels, and that's about it.
Well, I want to do a little bit of devil's advocate.
This is easily my least favorite level in the game.
Ghost
What
Boy
is it?
Gambit.
So look at that. The star's already there, easy for the taking, except it was a trap.
Oh,
And now
let's
the
go.
room's filling up with boiling soda.
It does look like soda. It looks like Waluigi purple soda.
Well, I was about to say, it's the mansion level. You really expect it to be that easy?
No,
course
and
not.
the pictures are a cute little knob. I don't think it actually does anything.
No, they're just there for decor. But yeah, I mean, I guess by itself it's not too terrible. It's just if you're going after all the super gems, though, the second one in particular is kind of a dick.
Yeah. Let's
You'll see
what
why
it is.
momentarily.
Back off.
It's supposed to be way over there, and they expect you to actually wait until these platforms drop, but I can't reach it now.
Well, how?
Oh no.
I don't know how this works.
Yeah, how are you supposed
Yeah,
to
how are you
get
supposed to... Yeah.
I don't know. It's hard for me to say. It's just, I mean, okay, let's just observe and see how it actually fucking works.
Okay, drops down.
And there you go.
that? Oh!
That's extremely fucking tight.
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh. Okay.
Not only that, it's kind of unnecessarily out of the way.
Yeah.
A bit, yes. But that's like the
Go away,
worst part of it.
Booze.
Otherwise, the rest of it is like, well, it's still pretty tense. But otherwise, it's not like, well, I did say it was like the worst level in the game. But then again, that just goes to show how tight most level design is anyway.
Right.
Hurry up.
Bye bye.
There you are.
Oh, you got it. Now to get out of here and get that star.
Just gotta.
Oh,
Oh no, you don't.
No, you don't. Will
So-
that take effort?
So if we beat the stage, would you say that the hardest, all the hard stuff is behind us then?
To an extent,
Except
yeah.
It's not rising anymore.
It's not, thankfully. Now we just have to worry about the booze.
Uh-oh.
But I'm
Actually, no, it's still
underage.
rising.
Go. Oh, go my turn. Right.
And there's your extra challenge. And poof.
Oh,
Yeah.
goodness, it's just an illusion all along.
Thank
Wow.
Lordy.
But yeah, I wasn't sure if anyone caught my joke where it's like one of you said, now it's time for the booze.
But I'm underage.
Oh, I didn't catch that. I'm
Wow, I
so
didn't
sorry.
catch it either.
Oh, I
Yeah.
feel bad now. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Jory, couldn't you tell from his cap he's a minor?
Hey, Logan.
Guys.
Want to see what's in my head?
Also, I love how at this point we're so. Also, I love how at this point after over an hour into this one chapter alone, James is like, "Yeah, screw the frickin' bonus coin thing. Just get to the end."
I mean, I've shown off everything there is to with the bonus stuff, so it's like, it's really kind of a waste of time at this point.
Also, devil damn, your skin's so coarse, Logan. I slapped you and you barely responded.
It's because I haven't shaved in a while.
Well, I haven't shaved in weeks.
I wish you shouldn't have said that, Logan, because now I hate that.
Actually, it's honestly only been like. It's actually only been like less than a day. I shaved yesterday.
I shaved earlier.
But does anyone ever question me about it?
No.
Wait, what did you say?
I was trying to make a joke about hyping like I shaved yesterday. It's like, but does anybody compliment me about it? No. Okay,
It's
there.
scratchy.
I don't know how the hell I got hit by him right there, but yeah, whatever. I think by this point I was starting to get a wee bit fatigued.
Well, again,
A wee bit fatigued?
Only we.
Shut up.
I'll say, I kind of got that fight because, like, straight up, you were just saying, yeah, screw the bonus coin thingy, I'm done.
I just want to go home.
Where do I live again?
Have some tea and crumpets with my brother slash boyfriend slash I don't know what the fuck he is, Captain Toad.
Meh.
But yeah, otherwise this level is pretty technical.
I can tell because of all the shifting.
And then there's this.
How?
I just had this idea where Toadette's like,
The only reason I live with him is because he pays all my rent.
Oh, that's how.
That's how. It's a good thing they're flying, otherwise that would be incredibly awkward.
Yeah.
Oh, thank goodness. It's honestly not that. It's not even that long of a mission.
Oh, that was
geez.
cute.
Oh god, just imagine that if Toadette's ponytails were actually like, or pigtails are actually like little bells, kind of like the bells on Isabel's ponytail strap.
her little hairpin, yeah.
Cute.
Yeah,
will
her
say-
hairpin.
I will say that was always cute to me. I always thought that was cute. Where every time she moved or did anything, you heard a little jingle.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Imagine how annoying that's going to be when Smash Ultimate comes out.
I knew
Well, it
someone
depends
was
on-
gonna
Oh,
say that.
goodness.
Well, it really depends on how loud they make the bell in that regard.
That's true. It'd probably be very subtle, kind of like how it is in the game.
Move. This is all about knowing where you're gonna rotate.
By the way, speaking of dioramas, this clearly looks like something that someone just made from their arts and crafts studio.
Yeah.
Yeah, from
Always-
the arts and crafts project.
Always pay attention and see where it's gonna next rotate, otherwise you will die.
Yes. It is never a happy landing in this game,
Nope.
especially if you were to fall off.
Like you are right now.
Ah!
Oh gosh, almost.
Oh, that scared me.
Now, but like, yeah, I don't know how to explain it. I don't know if like it does. I don't know if the rotation carries with you when you step out of it, or you stay right in one place. Looks like you stay right in one place. That's
For the most part, you stay in one place and wait till it reaches about halfway,
there we
then
go.
you fall.
okay.
I feel like I'm not doing this right.
Yeah, you have to.
No.
Wait. Okay. Yeah, because you gotta get to the
When
green
you get to that
there,
green
but
one.
how?
Yeah, I should get to the green one.
The yellow one
But-
looks like you'll drop to it, so if you get to the yellow block, you'll be safe. But I think we have to go on the other side, James, because looks like we're pretty much locked in from here.
Yeah.
James?
Or I could just
Ooh.
cheese it.
What?
What? Wow.
Oh,
What?
hello.
Hardcore parkour! Hardcore parkour!
Is that his favorite
Okay.
trick?
I guess so.
It was just me chancing fate.
It worked.
So let's see what's up next.
At first, I thought it said trick or treat hall. I'm sorry.
It's time to get into our inner weeaboos.
Oh boy.
What?
Oh dear.
Know what you mean by that?
Welcome to the standard Japanese level.
It's one of these stages
Oh,
from
the
3D World.
Oh.
Yeah, kind of like hands-on Hall. It does look really nice looking back on it, even though we already have the likes of well, spoiler warnings, Bowser's Castle and Odyssey.
Oh, they took that and just cranked up to 11 once they saw that, sometimes you don't have to localize things.
Considering the game's almost a year old, I think we're at the point where people won't care as much about spoilers.
Yeah, that's fair.
But I'll say, like, I'm amazed by it. Like,
Just so long as we don't mention the one thing.
I just will
Yeah.
say I'm glad and find it still very cool how, Nintendo realized, maybe we don't have to be such a stickler about like localizing everything. Maybe we can just be creative.
Yeah,
Cool.
just so long as they don't go so far as adding in a whorehouse, I think we'll be fine.
Well, they technically already have like a bunch of horror stuff with Luigi's Mansion.
I think we got the wrong definition of horse there, Hype.
Oh,
Different.
horse. I thought you said horror.
Not I just realized there's actually a lot of different ways to say horrors. Okay. Well, we got a key. Let's go down, everybody. Hey, everybody.
I'm just waiting for that one Odyssey sequel where we go inside a geisha house.
No. No.
Let me see.
No.
I
To
am.
be,
Now
to
I'm
be
trying to
fair,
remember.
they can find a way to make it age appropriate.
I'm trying
Yeah,
to
the
find
sa-
the.
yeah.
I'm trying to remember the line that the Murray said in Sly 4 when he was turned into a geisha.
We're not talking about that.
Yeah, we'll save that for when we eventually do Feast in Time.
That was the most confusing, like, as a fan of the series, that entire sequence. First off, that entire sequence was the part.
Oops.
That was the part where that was the first part of that entire gameplay where I was like, what am I doing? What am I doing? And then, spoilers, the payoff to that minigame is just outright for Affinity.
Basically.
Wait, are you talking about? Are you talking about? Well, the second time.
Yes, about the
definitely,
Arabian
but-
Nights section. That's the point.
The Murray has seen things better left unseen.
Although, if you really think about it, if you take into account what Murray was originally going to be, it's not that far-fetched.
The fact that you have to say the word, but if you think of it as like, no, that should be the end of the thought. Like, no, we're not thinking about it right now.
But you do know what I mean when I say what it used to be, right?
Yes.
Just making sure.
Woohoo!
Yay.
It does make you wonder what this franchise would have been like if they did stick to their original, stick to their roots.
Not sure.
In any case, ladies and gentlemen, now that we're done with Trick Track Hall, we go to Deep Space Gyromajig.
What?
Gyromajig.
It's a thingamajig.
Well, this
Thingamajig and
looks-
thingamajig.
A very, very oddly constructed thingamajig.
Oh, I see those guys. What
How
are they?
do
Oh,
we,
yeah,
navigate it?
Look at that, the conch dorks are back.
Yeah.
Conquistadors.
Dorks. The conch dorks.
Remember?
Well, no, they're conquistadors for right now. Once you remove their glasses, then they become conch dorks. Get rid of them
At least
glasses.
he's not that big of an asshole, though. Nah, just give him a tickle.
Don't mind me, I'm just taking your shit.
There you go. Now they're conch
There we
dorks.
go. Now they're dorks.
And
Every time they just flap their beaks, so, like the word dork just utters out of it.
dork. Anyway, commentary. Jeez, I'm so out of it today. So,
I am too.
oh my goodness. So was there?
Have faith, you guys. This is literally the second to last part of the commentary.
I know.
And don't mind that
So
the
are
dogs
there
are
any?
just bathing.
It's
It
fine.
is the big beefer part, so yeah.
Wait, how do we get to that one?
Yeah.
Yeah, how do we
I
get
do
to
believe
that?
for that one we need to take out a vegetable.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Okay.
vegetable.
Nice.
Yay.
Where did I? So, what was I gonna say? Is there any of these levels that actually look better on the 3DS, like for that port of it?
Honestly, I'm not sure. I've only seen like a small handful of levels that on the 3DS version, and well, that's all right. Dang! I knew I should have done that a completely different way, so I've already lost my chance at the third gem.
Yeah, I think you should have used the other P-switch that was very conveniently nearby.
Now, do
Well,
get-
here's me doing it.
Will you have the time?
Let's also make sure to break that
Oh,
one
there you
in.
go.
Oh, that's right. And then there's also that third one. So yeah, I was pretty much going the long way just to beat the level.
Yep, and then you died, but whatever, we made it.
Whew. All right. What's next on the agenda?
Marathon.
Marathon. Okay, yeah, we're practically at the last stretch now.
I mean, this stage looks pretty. I remember this stage. This stage actually is pretty good. It'll be fun to watch at least.
Oh yeah, this level's fun.
Showtime. Oh.
Yeah, it turns Slowpoke like Cat and Toad into a
Raging speed demon!
So run and do not stop.
Oh, real quick. While you're speeding, hey Jordan,
Yeah.
Rolling around at the speed of sound. The places that go gotta follow my rainbow.
Is there any?
Kids that go round have to keep moving on.
No.
Crap, I forgot the lyrics.
Only one way to find out.
Moving on. Is there any way to actually stop yourself from running around at the speed of sound if you step on one of these things?
Nope.
Oh, jeez.
It reminds me of that one level from 3D World. I forgot what it was called.
It's exactly like that level in 3D World, only not quite as BS.
So are these things called Blarg dragons or just Blargs because they look like them?
I forget what they're called. They're definitely not called Blargs, but they're called something else.
The same thing from Super Mario Galaxy 2?
From 3D World.
Oh.
Well, I guess maybe they were from. I forget if they were also from. You know what? Let me look that up real quick while we're
Yeah,
on the subject.
please.
It'll bother me all day if I don't get the answer I seek.
It looks like the challenge for this
Seek
one to
and ye
get.
shall find.
It looks like the challenge for this one was to get a certain number of coins.
Escape from the fire pit.
Did we do it? Did we accomplish the goal?
Did we accomplish
I guess.
the goal?
150 coins.
Nope.
That's a lot of gold.
Ooh.
Dang it.
What's this?
If we go back to Wonka's will account?
No.
Scalding scaffold sinkhole.
Oh boy.
Oh yeah, this is
Oh, crap.
much like yeah. I think this right here is supposed to be Toadette's final level.
Did you find out what they were called, James?
Still working on it.
Okay,
They're called. Oh, damn it, Toadette! What'd you do?
What did
Keep moving! The whole place is
Okay,
sinking.
so the fire snake thingies that we dealt with earlier are called Kavarg. Charvarg.
Chavar. Okay, so they are a relative of the Blarg.
I'll just stick to aliens if that's okay with everyone.
Yeah, cool aliens. I'm fun with that. Just keep
But
moving.
yeah, all things considered, this level here is actually not that hard at all. It's more so a matter if you're actually going to go for the challenge, which you have to collect an absurd amount of coins.
Yeah, so that's things like you have to maximize the route you're gonna take, as well as knowing which paths to take in order to get to the gems.
Mm-hmm.
This music sounds like it's from a Kirby game.
It
It
does.
does,
Kind
actually.
of does, doesn't it? Though it also sounds like it wouldn't be out of place in 3D World. I mean, go figure, considering this essentially is a subsidiary of that game.
I wonder if
Were there
it's the
any
same
stages?
composer.
Oh, jeez. Were there any?
I think so.
Were there any stages that were in 3D World that were of any good note that you wish were in this game?
Are you talking about
I
like
think,
a
I think the ones in
song,
3D
or-
World were pretty general.
Can't think of a one, considering most of those levels actually made use out of the abilities that Captain Toad and Toadette don't have.
Right.
Oh, so you were talking about just levels. I thought you meant songs.
No. I was talking about Captain Toad stages.
Oh.
Oh, Captain Toad stages. I mean, honestly, I'm kind of surprised they didn't bring back all of them. I mean, they were pretty short levels to begin with.
They're only like one room.
And considering the fact that this game pretty much omitted most of its ties from 3D World anyway, like, I mean, it wouldn't have hurt. Anyway, grabbing that star, he had Wingo Tractor.
Oh. Yeah, you thought she was. Yeah, you thought she was gonna.
You know, darling, we really gotta stop meeting like this.
Seriously? Come on! I'm getting rather sick of this.
At this point, Wingo just kindly reaches down and punches out a little card. Hey, you win a free sub sandwich next week.
Oh boy, sub sandwiches.
But I'm allergic to bread. But I'm gluten-free. Wait, I lost
The
track.
ultimate treasure. They finally caught up just... Yeah, you thought Toadette was going to stop being a damsel in distress? Sorry.
Nope.
This has got it, but this is it.
This is Captain Toad's game, and as such, he gets to deal with the final battle.
Well, this
I
better
was
be
honestly
it.
half expecting you to Logan to be like, now it's time to collect the treasure that is nearest and dearest to Toad's heart, and Toadette as well.
Because she's holding on to it right now. It's dearest to her heart because she's holding to it.
She's holding on for dear life is what it is.
Meanwhile, the big plot twist to all this is that Captain Toad is literally doing all this because without the star power, Princess Peach is locked out of her castle. And she's just standing there, and she's standing.
So Captain Toad has literally played the role of locksmith.
And just to go that extra mile for crude and tasteless, this is the one part where Peach sent him on this big mission. 'Cause she's like, "Why was it the bathroom that had to be the 150-star door?"
Oh.
I think Monica
Oh,
may
also
have
kinda
comics
stuck
similar
here.
to
There's
that.
only 120 stars in this castle.
Uh-oh.
That is quite the predicament. Not even in
right.
60. Wait, what? Wasn't there 100? Wasn't there more in 64 DS?
DS had 150.
Okay, yeah, there you go.
Only the original had 120 stars, and yeah. So the main difference between this level and the last Wingo level is that the level design is completely different, and in some ways is a little more treacherous. And it's a bit longer to boot, so take that for what you will. I mean, I will admit, it does look very climatic.
Yeah.
But overall, do you think Wingo was a good boss that deserves more representation and anything?
I mean, more representation from him wouldn't hurt. I mean, he clearly has the
Oh, dear.
gust powers down.
Whoops.
Yeah.
Right. Oh geez, that was just the first gem. Oh, we're almost done with this area.
Oh yeah, no, this is only one third of the entire level.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
We'll be going to the next bit right about
Hurry.
now.
Okay.
Fire! How'd you guys
Just do what this doing there!
Do something! Yellow, what are you doing?
Even in the middle of a
she didn't
torrential
pay my
rainstorm.
Yeah, he's sleeping like a rock.
You know what?
He slept through worse.
I would love if at the end, after all this, they're back in the Mushroom Kingdom, and like one of the toads accidentally steps on a twig, makes like a quiet sound, then the toad's like, "Shut up! I'm trying to sleep."
Boy, Yellow Toad sure is a heavy sleeper.
In the middle of all this, Blue Toad just goes, "Stop it!" Throws him
Will you
off.
stop with that infernal raking?
Sorry.
By the way, pay no mind to how fucking drenched Captain Toad is right now.
Yeah,
He's
but I
got
will.
a
I'll also say the little effect of Wingo's like. I just hate that effect. I will say the little effect of Wingo's eyes like being constantly illuminated is a neat little touch.
Oh yeah, I mean
Oh, yeah.
he may
James.
be a greedy bird, but he's also something of a magician.
Oh goodness, I
Okay.
thought you were gonna
Right.
get
You were
crushed.
squished.
Okay,
Thank God there's no crush deaths in this game.
we almost made it.
Goodness indeed.
Just a little bit further.
But yeah, once we get that gem over there, we're practically pretty much at the last stretch.
You know, it sure would be
Oh,
handy.
come on!
Whoop. It sure would be handy if those pluckins that are in the ground there, if you could pick them up and actually throw them at Wingo.
You can.
But
Oh.
but she has to be at a certain height, and it's very
Like,
particular.
does it affect the level in any way, or
No.
It pretty much drags it kind of drags it.
Well, what we saw in the first stage when we fought her hype was that the way this works is that if she's ever on a side that you don't want, it is possible to just throw it at her, and then she'll get stunned, will not do her wing flappy thing, and we'll move on to the other side. Oh, look where we're at again.
we've been calling
Oh,
it
we
have
out
it.
all these years?
And now it's time for our final
Toad starter! Here we go!
Uh-oh.
Oh dear.
So yeah, I think compared to the last fight, he suddenly acquired lightning powers, and obviously if you step on the lightning spots, you get hit.
It's blatantly obvious.
But of
as
course,
they
much
are.
like before, he also unleashes giant turnips.
Twin-ups.
Aw,
Turnips.
Do
nice. Just hit him a couple of times, we're good.
But yeah, that aside, pretty much the same rules apply as last time. Just be wary of the lightning
Alright.
Okie dokie.
and no wing flaps. And just
and
watch.
all the money.
And
on
just
top.
watch as he just lets some of that gold fall off his castle.
So would you say the game was ever too long in some areas?
Not exactly. I mean, it's still miles. It's still. Oh, come on!
Man!
Oh,
Oh,
shoot!
well.
That should have counted.
Oh, she's tick. Oh, hey, looky. Thank you, Toadette.
Thank you.
Yay!
By the way, I don't think I mentioned this in the last time we fought on Wingo, but notice that this tower's literally overflowing with the coins. Like it's literally seeping through the bricks.
Ooh.
Oh, this is embarrassing!
It's a good thing Mario's not here to notice.
Yeah. Hey, Jordan.
Gosh, all along we were the
Yeah.
Toadies.
Shiny!
No.
Got him!
Yay!
Now eat your vegetables.
Eat it!
Boom. Doop.
No, no.
And I just let myself back into shame!
Goodbye. And Toadette dies.
Plunk.
Oh.
Doop.
No, honestly, that should have. It is not a liquid. It is of many solids comprising a hard or solid. Anyway.
And just meanwhile, like all the way at the bottom,
There we
like
go.
Wingo like lands right next to Wart, and Wart goes, "So you ate the vegetables too, huh?"
No fooling!
I remember
I can
my
see
first
that.
vegetable.
So, yeah, we're done. That's literally it. We've beaten Wingo for the final time. And we're so tiny.
We are tiny.
No.
Compared to her!
No. This is embarrassing.
Can I have a mushroom, please? This is super embarrassing.
But you look cute like this.
I know!
Will we be given a mushroom before the
It
finale?
looks like a mother and child kind of duo, but
Or a sister and big brother.
he
Oh,
does get a
God.
mushroom in between this ending scene and the credits.
Thank goodness.
Otherwise, that would have been kind of awkward. So, yeah. With that said, for real this time, ladies and gentlemen, we're done. That's it for
Captain Toad, treasure tracker!
Asterisks.
Yahoo!
Yeah. We still got one more thing to show
Aw,
up, but
Aw.
this is literally where the game ends,
The boys, no.
and everybody's here to celebrate.
No.
Actually, oh god, those two boos. Yeah, that is just giving me a very odd conundrum. What if two boos are trapped, looking at each other for all eternity, not wanting to look? Wait, did they just lock? They're like, oh crap, well, we locked ourselves to an eternity of this.
They should learn from the behemoth. I mean, that thing literally has the bravery to actually creep towards their prey.
Yeah, but, so, yeah, overall,
Hey,
what
I
did
saw
you...
my name.
Hey.
Oh, really?
Oh, look at that. Alright.
So what did you think of this, then, James, the whole experience?
I mean, I've always said it from like way back in Super Mario 3D World that I always thought this was a fun idea, and I'm very appreciative they actually gave it like the go ahead to make it its own video game, and as its own game, like it's fun. Like it's definitely not like one of those gotta replay it every other year sort of things, but it's like it's one of those things I'm glad exists. Oh, poor Wingo, just look at him.
Trying to fly with the...
Oh no!
Oh, there she goes.
Oh. But yeah.
One more for the road.
Oh, she's scared. Oh, jeez.
And with this, folks, we've landed on uncharted territory.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, we're in
Wait,
Telstarina.
what?
Wait, yeah, those ice fixtures in that sand.
And you know what this means? We're off on another adventure.
Oh, hey! It's the Odyssey!
We have to go.
That looks so cool! I gotta get a closer look! See you, Toadette! See you, Toots! You're really doing this again? Double damn it, first 3D World and now this. You're the worst roommate ever.
She'll have to go back to the Mushroom Kingdom by herself.
And with that said, see you all for Super Mario Odyssey!
Oh, that's neat.
I take it this takes the place of that little 3D World reenactment?
Yes, it does. They completely replaced it, which, I mean, it's kind of a shame, but at the same time, it's like, it's not like 3D World's available on the Switch right now.
Yeah, and I mean, it does, and
Yeah.
it does help lead into it a bit. But, yeah. With that said, Toadette went back to the Mushroom Kingdom, and Toad's like,
See you, Toots!
and went off on another adventure.
I'm off to Toast Arena!
Oh, jeez.
Congratulations!
Oh, wait, congratulations.
Bonus
Bonus?
is now open.
Oh yeah, so with that said, ladies and gentlemen, we're not really done with Captain Toad just yet.
No,
There's one more part to go, and that's where we get to show off the bonus chapter.
And we might want to be careful because legend says that there's a dragon in this bonus chapter.
No, not that dragon, you idiot. But I know what you're referring to. Till next time,
okay.
everybody.
Bye.
That's why I was referring to your brainless numbskull. Bye.
Boys, let's behave ourselves.
Bye.